Welcome to Above the Waves podcast.
Sobre las olas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm your boy, Tone Park. I got the man who puts the wavy into wavy.
What up?
Wavy G. I got my cousin right here, Mr. MM5, Mr. 5 Milli.
Man, Mr.
We've said his name on this pod probably every episode.
I literally thought that when I was thinking last night, I was like thinking about, okay, what are we going to talk about? And I was like, bro, Mario might be one of the most highly name dropped.
Probably, number one.
And he's done one that is in the vault, maybe not in the vault, and it might be out somewhere on the YouTube, but this is the first official podcast.
Oh, I forgot
There's
those.
one in the vault somewhere that I don't know if it came out
I have
or
those.
not. But
Should we release them? I don't know.
For all intents and purposes, this is Mario's first.
it.
This is his debut podcast.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But he's done it before.
So welcome, Mario.
Thank you.
And of course, last but not least, the beast from the east, Mr. Lil J behind the camera.
What's good? What's good?
Just for
You know, you gotta show that pretty
from
face
the
one day.
east.
Oh, yeah,
just
when
for
the
like
time's right.
purposes of like this is root beer.
For entertainment purposes, for TikTok.
For his business
My
affiliates.
business, yes.
So we had a wild week this week. I don't know. Did you guys notice? You guys hear? Canelo had a fight. Pay per view. So this is what happened. Canelo had a quinceañera for his daughter. Big giant party in Canelo fashion.
But bro, did you know how big this shit was? People couldn't get in. There wasn't enough tables for the guests to sit down.
Yeah.
People had to wait hours in a line for a fucking
Up to
quinceañera,
3
bro.
hours, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's
For
insane.
That's like you can be in Vegas by that time, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Driving.
But like, who are these people that got invited that like, we don't have a seat for you, but come
Maybe
through,
the friends
bro.
of the daughter.
Yeah.
Friends of friends.
I think in true Mexican fashion, bro, one person got the invite and the whole family was fucking showed up.
So report came out that in true Mexican fashion, the father got drunk and started kicking out the entertainment. Basically, we don't know the full story. Different stories have come out. One of the stories was that he was saying that they were. It was basically a concert with Groupo Firme and Garin Leon.
Yeah.
And it was basically like a concert, and they were taking too much attention away from his daughter. However, there was
also-
a different report that came out.
Yeah, wasn't he fucking singing all the songs?
Yeah, so he was basically. But anyone Canelo walks in, he's the star.
Yeah.
Right. So all the
Oh,
attention's
well, yeah,
on him.
yeah.
But there's another theory that came out. Would you like to share with us?
Yeah, that's the theory that I think actually happened. At least because there's the video. But there's a video basically of like one of the guys, maybe not even a lead singer,
I
bro.
didn't
Like
recognize
a big beer bellied fat guy in the back has his arm around his daughter. And like they're singing like this, and you just see Canelo walk up to the front of the stage, bro, in front of the performer, and grabs his daughter. And as he grabs her and starts pulling her out, not pulling her, like, leading her off, the fucking guy that had his arm around has the balls to keep his arm and follow them too. Like trying to like call his attention to like, oh, it's not like that, type of thing is what it seemed like. And I think that's why Canelo's like, all you motherfuckers need to leave.
Yeah. I would have done the same thing.
I would have done the same thing.
It's like a drunk guy at a club and your homegirl's with him. And she's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Give me that look.
I know, man. This fool was like, if this little girl's down, bro, he would have like took her number or whatever. At least like I don't know what he would have done, but that's weird, bro. Like for and it's an old man, Mar, like 35, 40 years old. You saw the clip?
Yeah, I saw it. And just so you know, Canelo's regarded as like a great athlete. I saw this one clip on Instagram or YouTube where
The rumor report.
he's sitting in an interview, whatever, for his fight or pre-fight, whatever, and some guy's like basically yells in Spanish, Canelo, have a baby with my wife.
Oh yeah.
Right? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did.
He said, have a baby with my wife, and then he says like, I'll watch too. I don't know what he says. Something crazy. And then Canelo looks once, then he looks again. So you know that like he's like an icon like that.
No, he is an icon.
We're like, dude, I could score with Canelo's. On the second, like another thing is I could score with Canelo's daughter. And have babies with Canelo's daughter. Which is,
And I mean, we're going really fucking far. It probably was like a photo opportunity. Like, I don't want to come and say that this man had the most nefarious, like whatever, dog. Maybe he just wanted a photo op, like, oh, look at this pictures I got with Canelo's daughter. But if I'm the dad, like, why is this 35-plus-year-old man have his arm around my 15-year-old dog? Uncalled for, inappropriate, unprofessional.
I think, I wish I knew what happened once the camera cut off because he was following him.
Yeah,
right?
which wasn't it weird? Like, he should have just said like, "Oh, shit!"
Yeah.
Like, I would have gone to hide in the bathroom, bro, and like
he can really kick your ass.
he can murder you, bro.
Yeah, or the guy's just like, I'm waiting for a payday. Payday, and just hopefully he hits him and he gets some money. I don't fucking know.
If I was Canelo, I would have hit him. Like, how much could it possibly be to hit somebody? What do you think that costs? What do you think that bill runs
In
in?
Mexico?
Was it in Mexico?
He was in Mexico.
Oh, bro, I would have hit him.
Yeah.
Actually, we might never hear the true story because that man probably dead in a fucking ditch right now, bro, and they just disappeared his ass.
Yeah, it was in Mexico, and
I didn't know it was in Mexico.
one of the things I was thinking about when you were asking like who are the guests, I was thinking a lot of like political people, a lot of like high power people. You know, he's
Probably a lot of Americans, to be honest with you. Oh, Narcos for sure.
Oh yeah. He didn't have to do nothing. Hey, take care of this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That guy probably doesn't exist anymore, bro. R.I.P.
Who is that guy? Does
It's
he
a
have a name?
No, that's crazy, bro. I don't know. To me, I agree. I agree with him though, bro.
Yeah, fuck
I
it.
think kicking those fools out and like that's my 15-year-old daughter.
That is how it went down. It's messed up.
It's messed
I
up.
would agree too.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I understand where he's coming from 100%. So
Did you get kicked his ass? No, tell me the truth. Stop
I don't
giving
know.
political PC answers.
no,
Come
I
on,
mean,
Kanye.
I mean, alcohol.
I would have gone DEFCON 3
right?
on this motherfucker.
Right? Was he drinking though? Right? Was he drunk?
Yeah, he was-
I'm surprised he didn't hit him on video.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm surprised that the only thing he did. You know what's crazy though is that people were saying that he was being annoyingly like karaokeing. Dog. Like he sang every song that Grupo. So
bro,
that's how.
he paid for it,
He
though.
paid those fuckers. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Imagine that like everyone karaoke's to Groupo Firme. He karaoke's while they're performing.
I've seen that before. I was shooting at an event,
Yeah.
and some guy had some like real money, like he had like the kind of money where he bought everybody in the club bottles that had a table.
Damn.
And there's this point where he just grabbed the mic and they're just like, all right, just let him do his thing in front of the whole club. He's just like singing along.
Well,
I was like,
what
wow. He's some like Asian actor or something.
Did he sing good?
No.
No.
I was just like, bro, like why? But he had the money. Like they're not gonna say anything because he's paying.
Fuck it,
you know what I'm saying? Like
the
more
guy
than,
owns the club for the
Right,
night. Let him do
exactly.
whatever he wants, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
Why would you? What did you think he was, Kanye?
No, I knew he was Asian. I already knew off the bat. Not because of Jeremy.
Because of karaoke?
Because Asian people love to karaoke.
Oh, I thought he was from he's a prince from one of those countries.
Or like Middle
Singapore or what?
yeah,
like
a
something
sheik?
Like that.
An-
Yeah,
like
exactly.
an oil
Yeah.
prince?
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. Like that.
I DJ'd a quinceañera one time. Actually, I went to a quinceañera with you over there at that Airtel hotel.
Me?
In Van Nuys. Wasn't it you?
I don't know.
It was you for
Wait,
sure.
let me see where this party's going, and then I can say.
No, it was for sure you. I wouldn't even say the name of the girl, but it was a quinceañera, and like we were there. Was it with Michael then?
In high school. What
Yeah,
was it?
high school.
Oh, then it's okay. He might have been.
Anyways, and like Asian people were grabbing the mic. Like a part of the party was, for an hour everyone's gonna karaoke.
Asian people. No. Honestly, I thought even another quinceañera we went to, but no. Asian people grabbing the mic.
Anyways, I DJ'd a quinceañera one time. It might not even have been a quinceañera. I think it was like a corporate party, which is like,
From a quinceañera to a corporate party.
well, because I'm trying to remember, like, bro, this guy was like, I think he was gay and he was hitting on me because he was like, oh, do you sing? Your voice is very like nice, And I was like, nah, I don't sing, bro. He's like, hey, I have a voice coach.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you his number. I was like, all right. So just kept singing, bro, and he was Asian. So that's why now every time someone tells me they get a mic, I'm like, they probably love karaoke because they're Asian, Is that? I don't know. I'm just assuming.
You know what? Mexicans love karaoke.
I mean, they have their karaoke
Mexicans
bars.
do love karaoke.
Korean bar, or Koreans have like
Koreatown.
Koreatown have like the
I've never gone. We should do that.
Hey,
That would
we
be
should.
great
That'd be
content.
dope. And then they're open like super
I
late.
heard, and you can
super
take your
late.
own bottle. It's kind of finicky.
Yeah.
I think
You
there's-
can rent like a
it look-
room.
It looks a
and
little back roomy.
Hey,
type
we should
shit.
do that.
That's what I heard.
We should do like a record some
podcast.
record some content.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
straight up looks like a stripper black.
That's
room.
what I'm saying. Like I've heard that it's like back room type shit, like happy ending vibes.
Are you guys all down to go to the karaoke bar?
Oh,
I
I think it's
thought you
happy
meant happy
ending.
ending
Me too.
Karaoke bar.
Yeah, I think we should try it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck
Let's
it.
go.
I'm down. I'm down.
Anyway, shout out to Canelo, bro.
I don't know, but I'm a little super shy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Oh. Well, Anthony's super shy. Tony Park will do it.
No, my name's
What
Tom,
song
my
would you-
name's Tom Mish.
Tom Mish. Nice.
So what is this Tom Mish super shy stuff?
I don't know, bro. Super shy. So one day I'm listening to music. I'm kind of digging, And this artist, Super Shy, comes out, and every song is with Tom Mish, And I was like, that's so odd, But I could tell, like, that there's a lot of instrumentation. Like, it's not just, like, EDM house. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a guitar in there, So I liked all the songs. I think they dropped 3 songs. Then I went in. I was like, who's Super Shy? And it's Tom Mish's club alter ego. And I was like, whoa. So everybody's going into this house thing. Even the people who were making like indie pop R&B, like are just gonna jump into this new like house wave of like making like techno hits, techno EDM hits,
Like Carnage with
Gordo.
Gordo.
Papi Gordo, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent Mario a video of that today too. Papi Gordo had this sold out tour in Brazil, bro. and he plays the fucking this. Did you see that video? I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it.
He plays El Alfa. And then he just drops with this fucking house beat, bro, and the whole fucking place erupts, dog. It was insane. I gotta send it to you guys.
When's Baja Fest?
Like 2 months ago.
Oh, we missed it.
Yeah. Well, we're ready for the next one, bro.
The next.
That's what we said last year.
That's true.
Yeah, for sure this time.
Yeah.
I think if Baja brought more,
Was it really 2 months ago? Oh, that's right.
So do you remember what happened with Baja?
What?
Like when it happened, I was so happy I didn't go. There was giant narco wars and fucking TJ Rosarito Ensenada all up and down.
Damn.
And they didn't stop the concert. But everyone, like all the local federales were like, everything needs to stop. They were bombing buses. They were bombing everything.
So it's probably a good idea that we didn't go.
Yeah.
It was dangerous for sure.
I mean, it could have blew up the pod, but for our lives. For our lives.
Bars.
Yeah.
If we had the pot in the bus.
I mean, bro, I don't know if you guys know Jake Paul's like call to fame was he went to the suicide forest in Japan and like he showed a dead.
He was kind of famous before that though.
Huh?
He was pretty big before
that. Was the thing that really put him on the map.
Like to people that didn't know him.
Showing a dead body in the suicide
But he was pretty
forest in
big
Japan,
already.
Bro.
Yeah, but I got
That was his like.
What did he do?
Okay, so you know Jake Paul, like this influencer guy. He's just like
the
a
boxer.
he's a boxer, but one of his big like calls to infamy was that he went to Japan. I don't know if it was Japan. I keep saying Japan.
There's a forest in Japan that it's famous for people going there and committing suicide.
So he went to the suicide forest and was like vlogging it, and then on the video he shows the body hanging like in the suicide forest.
It's a beautiful
And so
forest.
I'm saying that us going to Baja Fest during the cartel wars would have been something like that, like, hey, look at this crazy thing we're around, which just like it would.
Hey, check out this bus about to blow up right now.
Yeah, like imagine, like, hey, check this out, guys. Our pod, this van's about to blow up.
If your pod would have turned into anything similar to Jake Paul, it would have been shitty.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good you guys didn't go.
Then I would have been able to box Mayweather. You know.
I mean, I can't stand.
Is his brother a better boxer though?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And just like a better.
Wait, no, Jake is the good one. You're talking about Logan.
I'm talking about Logan.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
I didn't mean to.
Jake
I didn't mean to
is-
defame Jake. It was Logan that went to.
Jake is
suicide
legit
forest.
in the sense, yeah.
Legit?
Well,
a boxer.
he's knocking out MMA champ. He knocked out Tyrone Woodley, who was
Man, it's not the
who
same.
was MMA champion for like 3 years, knocking everybody out.
Stuff though, man. Not the same.
It's
stuff.
not, but someone
Isn't
who
he
doesn't
fighting
fight,
Silva, right?
he's fighting Silva next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna win? You know who Silva is, right?
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it? Is it?
Of
good?
course.
But
Yeah.
are these guys
Brazil,
really
come on,
fighting?
guys,
though?
Silva,
No,
bro.
they're really
Shout
fighting.
out Brazil.
Silva
Okay,
kicks ass.
okay.
So if Silva really fights, bro, Silva has to win.
No, but time out. It's two. It's
Okay,
when your
they're
foot
boxing.
hurts. When your foot hurts, do you go to the dentist?
No, right.
When your foot hurts, do you go to the dermatologist?
No.
Both doctors, both combat sports, two different things.
Right. However, Silva's had boxing matches and he kicks ass.
Okay, I'm just saying like it's two different things. 'Cause to say that because someone we saw clearly when Conor fought.
He did
Conor
pretty
fought
well, though.
Mayweather.
But yeah, he outboxed him. But
He didn't even stand a chance.
you don't think so?
No. Mayweather
I mean-
toyed with them. And Conor's known as a good boxer in MMA, to be
Yeah,
fair.
he's knockout
good hands.
artist.
Yeah, right? So
You see the hammer fist he was giving Mayweather?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
funny,
He was giving them the palms too, like up in the when they're in there in the
Yeah.
clinch, instead of hitting them like this, like other boxers.
I would think it's extremely hard to go from one combat sport and then keep yourself from doing that same shit. You know,
Right, I
because like when you're getting pinned, you're like, I'm gonna just kick this motherfucker like I usually do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guess with Mayweather and McGregor, there was like a fee. Like every kick was like $500,000 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like you couldn't.
He probably
Couldn't
put
do
some weights
How
in his
McGregor
ankles.
like afford? Could probably afford at least
Well, yeah,
12
I mean,
of those
he
shits.
made what, like 50, 100 million for that fight. So
That's what put him on the map for like.
And now Mayweather's fighting in Japan, bro.
He's still getting the bags, though.
Like Lil Pump.
yeah,
Yeah, but he's still getting the bags, though. Mayweather's, like, getting the bags all day.
We talked
Yeah,
about
he's
this
just
last time.
annoying.
I don't understand.
Really?
To me. Okay, go ahead.
you know,
I don't know. He was really taken aback from that. I don't know what that. He was surprised by the comments. I want to hear about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I didn't know I needed to be impressed by that. But why were you so
Well, because you
taken
said
aback?
Mayweather annoys you, like, right? You said
oh, yeah,
why-
no,
why
he
is
just
Mayweather-
he just annoys me right now because he's the fact that he's putting down every current boxer is annoying right now.
Putting down.
Like he's just talking shit about every current boxer. Someone does something great. Oh well, at that age I was doing this. I was already champion by this. Oh, yeah, my pay-per-view numbers were this when like more than what he's fighting.
Is
right
it
now,
true?
you know?
Is what he's saying true or is it? I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I know. I got you. It's just funny.
No, I mean it. Like,
Well,
is he
stats-
actually,
stats-
or is he just talking shit?
Stats can be manipulated in any sport. Like
Yeah.
it's
That's
what
a
your
good
metrics
point.
are.
That's a
Like
good point.
Yeah.
MJ does the same shit to everybody.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan literally like shits on everyone at
6-0.
yeah
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like MJ will
But also I see what you're saying, because like, well, boxers at his, like, when he came out boxing, like the technology that boxers have now makes everybody so much better, you know?
Yeah.
It's like people who played golf before they redesigned the golf ball. Like, oh, I used to slug it this far, but now we changed the aerodynamics of the ball, and so it goes this much further just by fucking looking at it or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
people will say though about Mayweather, you want to go that way, that he never really fought anyone. He ducked Pacquiao in his prime.
that shit must hurt him so bad, man.
Right? Tony, come on. He said
Yeah,
duck,
no, I
duck
mean,
Pacquiao in
he
his
did a
prime.
lot of things where, like, he became welterweight champion, and when he fought, so he fought De La Hoya at 154. He came down to 147, fought Ricky Hatton, who was 140, who's coming up in weight.
Okay,
So he wasn't at his weight class, so someone coming up.
got it.
And then while that,
So he
fought-
doesn't know how to move at that
so,
weight.
so he didn't fight anyone at that weight class. And at that time, they had killers. They had Paul Williams, they had Antonio Margarito, they had
And he
Antonio
avoided them.
Cordo. He basically retired. He went to go do Dancing with the Stars, while all these guys were all hot in the
He's
weight division.
strategic.
Yeah, he's very
Yeah.
strategic,
And
which
then when
is
he,
smart.
when he came back, he fought Marquez, who was a 135-pound fighter, and then
he was what?
147. So he fought some of those two weight classes below him. So like for his fights for like a certain period were just against nobodies when it was all hot. And then once they all got outgrew the
He
division
retired
or
again.
they sucked, then he fought like who was ever good at that time, which was
But
Wasn't
one
that
thing you
fun?
can't take away is like his defense, right? Like his
no, you can't take away any of that.
Oh,
Stuff.
his
he's great.
speed,
Yeah,
his like his wittiness inside the ring. But
yeah. His intelligence.
Yeah,
He's
I was
great.
I was just telling Mario this the other day too. It was unrelated conversation, but if I have a really good sports team, I should want. I'm saying sports team right now, but I'm gonna come back to Mayweather. I should want my sports team, who is the best, to play against the tip top of it. You know. So I kind of do feel like I could take something from it, knowing very little, right? Knowing what you guys just told me right now, I feel like that is kind of whack, dog, to be the tip top, right? The cream of the crop, and then not fight the cream of the crop, because it's like, well, how do we really know how good you are?
Yeah.
I think it you put an asterisk near his name a little bit in my mind.
yeah, no, I see what you're saying. But if you look at it from the number standpoint, I mean, no one's really sold out fights like he did because everybody bought his pay-per-views to see him lose, even people that didn't like him.
No.
I helped
bro,
him.
I-
Like,
I feel
Business
like-
wise, it's
Bus-
very
yeah,
smart.
exactly.
Very smart business.
No, I think him
Business,
being
you're right.
the anti-hero or being the villain of it all was a great. But that's
'Cause-
part of the entertainment value.
Yeah,
That's-
playing the
that's
heel.
being the actor. That's
He-
that's being this like sauciness of it.
Here's the
that
thing:
McGregor does.
he fights Pacquiao at the prime, and he loses. He's not the Mayweather he is today.
yep.
Well,
he
why-
fights.
I agree.
He
I
fights.
think
Wait. Say that one more time.
If he had fought Pacquiao when they were both in their prime,
'Cause-
and if he
loses.
had lost, then he wouldn't
Okay,
be who he is
sure.
today, right?
Because Pacquiao, the general consensus, I mean, at least the Mexican fighting fans, like, a lot of them went for Pacquiao, right?
Yeah.
At
Oh,
some
yeah.
point, because we didn't have a good Mexican
Well,
fighter.
it was a while. For a while, we hated Pacquiao. 'cause
We
it was
did, we did.
Kicking everyone's ass, Morales.
yeah.
Herrera.
But then it was like when Russia and the U.S. Joined up to take on Germany. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and then we,
right.
right?
Common enemies.
Yeah.
He even beat Canelo, but he fought Canelo when Canelo was a baby, essentially.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
I remember
Hey,
that.
I think Canelo would have kicked his ass now. He's too big for him. Too strong.
How
Not
much
kicked
is
his ass, but
Canelo
give him a
weigh?
good fight.
Now he's fighting at 168.
Jesus
Oh, damn.
Christ, that guy's a goddamn tank, bro.
Yeah.
He's way better now. I mean, not give him a fight, right?
So that is that 2 weight classes above where Mayweather
Yeah.
was?
The highest Mayweather ever competed at was 154.
So the weight classes are every 10?
No.
Oh, I
they did
just
adjust.
made an inference. Sorry.
That
That-
shit is
when it's
confusing.
at what's funny is like when it's below like 130, that some of the weight classes are like 2 pounds away from each
Oh
other.
my god, that's stupid. Come
You
on.
would think so, but there's some people who have knockout power at 112, and when they fight at 115,
Yeah.
the power doesn't carry for some reason. It just doesn't do it. But what's funny thing is then it goes like almost every 7 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Once you get to heavyweight, it's just 200 and up.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's where I would be.
So you could be you could fight like a 400 pounder and 200.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
fucking
crazy.
crazy.
That's
You know what they said? Like, you big motherfuckers figure it out. You know what I mean?
And the way MMA started, I don't know if you guys know, but in Brazil, when they used to do
All right.
I'm
Look
telling
at
you,
the freaking-
listen, check this
the
out.
biggest-
Check this
This
out.
boy has an embassy in Burbank for the Brazilian embassy.
No,
now.
bro, 'cause I've been doing some. I'm getting
Go,
into
go, go,
jiu-jitsu,
I'm
so I'm
fucking
doing
with
some
you. I'm
research.
fucking with you.
So basically, they do these things called vale tudos, or basically just straight up street fights. Like you can poke your eyes out, you can do whatever you want.
Whoa.
That's like that Netflix show where it was like it was showing the games of specific towns, and in Italy, like it would be this town against that town, and they would just come out and do like brawls.
Like this is exactly. They fight like this. So you can poke your eyes out, you can do whatever you want, and it was no time limit.
So how did you win?
You fucking choke them out.
Whoever died first,
choke them out, or they tap, or you knock them out and they're unconscious.
But it wasn't like squad against squad. It was one on one.
One on one.
Got it.
And like the original thing.
So it was like that one movie with fucking that white guy that did a Bloodsport. Like Bloodsport, where these fools just kind of sat in a room and they're like, all right, you against you.
Well, no, they would kind of like they're like fights. They'd set them up and
Yeah.
stuff, and people would bet on them. But the thing is, there's no rounds.
It
So
was
imagine
just
that.
loose.
It's not a sport. It's just like whoever can win.
It's
So-
like the Kimbo Slice old school fight.
Yeah.
exactly. And it was like 400
RIP.
pounders versus like 100 pounders.
Well, when UFC first started,
but jujitsu.
Well, they were trying to prove jiu-jitsu was superior, and actually that's how UFC kind of started essentially.
yeah, so
No weight classes, right? It's just like
no weight classes.
martial art
It
versus
was
martial
the
art.
Gracies coming from Brazil fighting wrestlers from over here. And,
Wow.
Or fighting.
It's kind of cool though. Like,
is-
you think about
that
it.
is
And
very
there's no
interesting.
weight classes.
Yeah.
But after a while, once everyone gets better at multiple things, it becomes a mismatch, right?
Exactly.
Because what they were doing originally was like your specialty is, let's say, boxing. My specialty is jiu-jitsu. All I got to do is tackle you, and
And then I'm out.
then you can't do anything on the floor.
You right. It's your game.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the weight class. But now, because everyone's so talented at so many different things, at wrestling, at jiu-jitsu, at boxing, at kicking, they need weight classes to kind of separate them.
Got it.
Exactly. That's where I was. That's what I learned too about the UFC. But actually, the guy who won the first UFC was like one of the baby Gracies, the youngest Gracies, and there was like better Gracies. The older brother's name's Hickson Gracie. They said he went 450-0. That's his record.
Jesus.
Self-proclaimed.
Mayweather ain't got shit on that, bro.
Self-proclaimed, or is that
What
like?
a Mayweather
It's
got?
like valid. Nobody wants to go against it, but he's like supposedly validated. And even Hoist
Basically,
who won.
if you want to call him on it, you got to fight him
you
for
gotta
it.
fade him. But
If you win, I change my fucking
But it's different
life.
because you got to know, like, if a jiu-jitsu guy gets you, he's basically gonna roll with you until
Tire
you're
you out.
tired, and then he's gonna
It's like a
choke the shit out
crocodile,
of you,
bro.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu's like, I feel like when I see jiu-jitsu, I'm like, these fools are like crocodiles. Just roll around for a long time, and then one of them's like,
Exactly.
get
exactly.
out,
Bro,
bro.
what's the Russian thing called?
Sambo.
Yeah, what do you think about Sambo versus like?
There's like this debate right going
Right
on
now,
against
'cause it's like a
Sambo.
new
Well, that's
thing.
the fight
Yeah.
next
I've
week.
never- I've never
Charles
heard of
that.
Oliveira
Yes, Oliveira,
fights
heard
Islam.
of
I want to see what Mario's. What do you think about? Who do you think
Well,
superior? Because you got Khabib, right? Kind of dominated.
I mean, I think you got the jiu-jitsu. There's a reason why more people choose jiu-jitsu because that shit is.
I've never even heard of Sambo.
Sambo's dope. It's good, but
What is
it's
it?
popular
What-
because
what-
Khabib.
What style of
No,
wrestling?
I know, but like what? Like what?
They
did
kind
it
of like
morph
grab.
from?
What Khabib does, he's like grabs somebody and
Russia.
holds on, and then like never gives up, and like puts you against the cage, and like.
But like,
gets one of your
where
limbs
where is it? Just
Russia.
like a totally no? I get that, but it's like a brand new. They just made it up,
no,
or did
no, no.
they take
It's not
from
brand new.
different things?
No, it's
Yeah,
its
no.
own thing. It's
Yeah.
its own thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's influenced. It's so
By
it's part of
jujitsu?
wrestling. No, they just do like some weird things. So like wrestling, like American wrestling, you'll tackle someone, you grab them, you pull them down, you're trying
Yeah.
to pin them or something.
Yeah.
They'll grab you and put you down, but then they wrap their whole legs around you so you can't get up on your legs. You'll have on one arm, they'll take your arm underneath you, so you're basically just like, you can't do
Like a
anything.
vegetable.
Just
And then
maul-
the
they'll
one
just
free
maul you.
arm that they
That's
have
what he
freed
says,
up,
right?
They're beating your
They're
ass
just
with it.
beating your ass
Got
with
it.
it.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can't do anything.
One of the big differentiations between Sambo and Jiu-Jitsu is these fools start
Well,
talking.
well, no. Well, here's the thing.
Well,
They
Jiu-jitsu-
actually
The
hit.
true jujitsu is supposed to be taught as self-defense.
Right.
So basically, like there's a position basically like in jujitsu, like there's positions where you're like kind of more using like you're vulnerable, but like no, like in a real fight, you got to cover your eyes and like cover your balls and stuff.
Here you have to worry less about that because it's not.
Yeah,
it's
so
not-
like
it's not
there's
technically
some
sound.
sport elements. So you're
Got
talking, about both. There's some, and then there's like a cage and rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
take those two into account.
Where were you going with that?
No, I was just kind of because you're saying that like the Gracies, right? With like
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like really, it's like kind of like the top of
The-
submissions. You know what I'm saying? But Sambo,
the claim is
yeah.
it's the most effective
It's-
fighting style because the smallest guy essentially can beat Shaq, right? It can beat the biggest guy
with the arm bar or something.
with,
right?
with technique.
Yeah. Right.
it can win.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's the
It's
idea.
a David and Goliath type
Exactly.
of fucking
yeah,
thing.
so that's perfect. When's the fight? When's the UFC fight?
next weekend.
Yeah, so
No,
that's
no,
gonna
it's
this weekend.
This weekend, yeah, that's
I
gonna be
did
fun.
see this
The dude's
thing pop
and it's
up.
good 'cause
What's
he's-
it called? UFC what?
three.
Charles Oliveira.
280.
I saw that.
32?
I just saw that
32,
pop up
something
on my
like that.
TikTok. Like, oh, UFC something finally happened.
This weekend is
Yeah.
gonna be good, and it's gonna be at like the afternoon. So it's
Yeah,
not
that's
take
good.
away from
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
It's in Abu Dhabi. Actually, the whole lineup.
It's in
is
Abu
really good.
Dhabi.
Who do you got?
That's
Who do you guys got real
sick,
quick before
bro.
we move on?
Come on, man. I got Charles. Man.
Charles, I want Charles to
I
win
got
too.
Oliveira,
Yeah, me too.
I don't like.
Yeah, everybody.
I have
Okay.
no clue who that is.
I don't like
brother.
his.
But if you like him, I like
Yeah.
him, bro.
But,
If you like him, I
Got
like
your
him.
hair, same hairstyle.
Let's do it.
The one that I find interesting is the Jan versus O'Malley because O'Malley's still
O'Malley.
young.
Yeah.
Um,
He's sponsored by Nelk, wasn't he?
sponsored by everybody.
Yeah.
No, he's
Get your bag, bro.
he's getting his bag. He's made
Secure
millions.
the fucking bag,
He's
bro.
ranked like what is he 12 now? Maybe top. I don't even know if he's top 10
I don't
yet.
know.
He's got
And he
all sponsorships.
everything. His
The-
pod gets like 500,000 every.
He's
a
the type of
million
guy that
every
fucking.
episode.
He's like in Talladega Nights when Will Ferrell's character sells the windshield to Fig Newton. You know, that's who that fool is.
Yeah,
Got some space
he
right
has
here,
a big old afro. It's all rainbow
Color.
colored.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Tied
think
it
I have
up.
seen
Oh,
him.
I know this guy. He
Yeah,
had
I
like
think I've seen
braids.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who he is. I know who
I
he
think
is.
I've seen him.
He's good. He's smart. He's a showman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Charles, huh? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
From the
know.
favelas, bro.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This
Are
is
they-
Brazil.
From the Bronx.
Oh, from the Bronx.
That's what his gym's
Oh,
called.
okay.
He's not-
I thought he was
he's
actually
from
from the Bronx.
No, he got hated on because they thought they'd make fun of him like that, but now he takes it as pride. He's from the Bronx gym.
Got it.
The beast.
Hey, everyone that fucks with the Bronx.
Yes. No. Okay.
Matt Hard. Go ahead. Say it.
Sorry.
No, go say it.
Transition.
Segway.
Sorry
Just-
for what?
Sorry for what,
Sorry
bro?
for what? Sorry for what? Sorry
Yeah.
for what? Tory Lanez drops his, I don't know, 5th, 7th. It's hard because he had so many mixtapes. It's hard to count.
It's because you know what, bro?
Bro, why
if
did
you
you do
had
this?
20 years on your books coming, you'd put out music too,
Bro,
dog.
it's too many albums. What do you
Nah.
think? He's Master P in the
No,
fucking 90s?
you gotta
What do
remember
think he is,
though.
bro?
You gotta remember that Tory owns all his masters. So every fucking track he puts out,
Makes
he
money
gets
off
paid every dollar off of it, outside of distribution and outside of whatever he pays for the
It's
cost.
too much music. You send me every week.
come
You're sending
on.
me an album. Check this
Wait a
out.
minute, his last album wasn't, it was
It was
December?
like a year ago, yeah,
The last December, the 80s album,
yeah,
right?
and it was different.
Yeah,
I
it was
will
much
tell you
different.
this.
But you did send me 3 at one time.
He did give you 3. One of them was shitting on Meg. He had to get that shot off.
Okay,
though.
what is he still doing?
Daystar?
Daystar was him basically shitting on Megan. I mean, but that was him in cancellation. Him in like full on, like no, he's blackballed. No one
Against
wants to
the wall,
talk with
against
him.
the wall.
Yeah, bro. He's throwing desperate. There was no other way for him to tell his side of the story than that. And even then, I don't think he did a great job of it. But it was a good album. Then he gave us that 80s one, which is a totally different thing, bro. Like it's not even comparable to Sorry for What or Daystar.
Yeah,
And then
not
he gave you
comparable
Sorry
to
for
anything.
What, which is, let's talk about it. I don't want to say what I think about it yet. You
How
go
do
ahead.
like this?
You're the guest.
I mean, I like his music. So the thing about it is that it's music for me that I casually turn on when I'm feeling in like a good mood, when I'm with my girl, when I'm trying to have some fun.
Sorry for what? I don't think you play with your girl.
No, I'm saying like in general, like that's the mood I'm
I
in.
get
Like I'm
you.
not gonna play.
I'm just saying because he talks a lot about.
No,
like,
of course,
like,
of course.
fuck my ex. I hate that bitch.
Yeah,
What does he say?
No, I get it. But I'm saying, so for me, like a Tory Lanez, like when I listen to Tory Lanez, I'm in a certain mood.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to differentiate his older stuff. I'm
Yeah.
not into Tory Lanez that much where I can
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
it's that much different.
But how did you
I like
enjoy it?
this album though.
Yeah.
Out of all the albums we listened to,
Out of his 3 that he.
I like this. Well, not out of his 3 because I did like was it Chick's Tape? Is that was
Well,
that
but
4?
Chick tapes are mixtapes,
Oh, it's not.
and he had 5 or 6 of those.
Yeah. The last one, I guess, was an album. See, that's why it doesn't make sense because you don't
Yeah.
know. He just drops a bunch of shit.
Yeah, but those Chicks tapes were intended to be a certain vibe where it was like he was sampling old school hits and sort of making them his, which is why they were so fucking iconic. And he was rapping about his love for girls, and
I like Chicks
it was
tape.
a tape for the chicks.
I like that one. I like that.
Yeah.
This was good though. I like this album.
Any like standout tracks?
I have to look at my phone because I'm not good with the names.
Go ahead, yeah. Yeah, it's your show, bro.
Oh, I enjoy the album. I don't know if I love it yet, but the more I listen to it, the more like, oh, I like this. I like it.
Yeah.
Like songs start
Yeah.
popping out more that I didn't care for the first time I heard
Right.
it. One thing I found funny today, and it was only today when I kept listening to it. He does funny stuff where he'll say like, "Oh, 5-3, you know, we like to party on a Tuesday," or he says like 5-3, you know, like to get down on a Tuesday, and I'm like, wait, are you talking about a girl or yourself?
Yeah.
And another one, he goes 5-5 brown eyes, yeah, you know, we
Is
gonna
that
party
him?
all night.
Is-
And I'm like, are
That's
you talking
you,
about,
bro.
Yeah, like who are you talking? Both these times, I think you're talking
When he
about
said
yourself.
5 brown eyes, I looked at Debbie and I was like, that's him shouting himself out. Like,
It was the same thing. He's like 5-3, you know, we get down on a Tuesday, and I was
Yeah.
like, what the like? Who is he talking about?
I-
So that stuff is funny, and that comes from 5'11" guy. I like to make fun of short guys.
Of course. Look down on everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you.
Never let him get the upper hand.
There.
But I do enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not my favorite Tory album. There are some songs like this that take me back to when I first found love with Tory. This is the 2015, 2016 Tory that you're just that's
right.
that sound I loved.
Keep talking, Tony. I like
and
where you're
that's
going
what
with
I'm happy he brought back.
That's right.
I don't like some of his rap stuff. I actually was never a fan of his rap music, even though he could rap his ass off. And I said it before, he could rap better.
No,
than
yeah, he could rap better
probably
than
everybody
most.
else.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan when he makes rap music. I love when he sings. I love when he does stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or when he mixes it in.
When he gets wavy, bro. When he gets like super like, he just gets really creative and he just gets into the flow of it and the songs flow and the album goes into every track. I get you. I totally get you.
And he can
super nostalgic sound. If you fuck with Tory, you're totally right. This album has a very nostalgic sound to Tory.
Yeah, and that's my favorite Tory. That's the Tory that I miss. That's the Tory that I've always wished we would make again. I'm happy it's close to that.
Man, I gotta go back then. Like
And
this is why
His original stuff is fucking fire. Like
I like his
Tony's
original
right.
stuff, but I'm just
Tony's
saying,
right.
like when Jalil told me every single time, listen to the Tory albums. This is the fourth time he's told me this. So,
I think.
so then I was like, brother,
And
this
Tony
is number-
Tony nailed it. It's exactly why.
Well, good.
That sound is so fucking the original Tory that say
Okay.
that say
I'm
it
really
Tory.
gonna dive.
Yeah,
that first pop track that he made, it's bro. To me, it sounded like he took a lot of Daystar raps, right? Where he's still talking shit. He's kind of getting in his bag, kind of talking shit, still being the short guy in the room with a chip on his shoulder. But his hooks and his vibe feel very Chicks tapey, you know?
Yeah.
I never feel like Tory's the shortest guy in the room.
No,
No, you don't. He's a beast.
he's a beast. But what do you rate it? We let Mario get away with the rating, but you still gotta.
So it's growing on me. At first, it was just like a 2.5. Like it was average. It wasn't like amazing to me.
Wow.
But now it's a 3.5. It's not a 4 yet.
Damn.
It's not something that I don't know if I'm gonna play all the time. I didn't like the Why Did I? Which was it?
Yeah.
The single.
Yeah, that I agree. That was a terrible single.
I kind of like. It's hard for me to rate albums in a week. Like I like.
It is
I
hard.
don't know how you guys
No,
do
it
it.
is
Like
hard.
I don't know if you. I'm not saying I'm a producer on this show or anything. But I'm saying maybe sometimes you guys go 30, 60, 90 days and come back and say how does that album now pan out when you had time to sit with it?
We've come back to albums where I've said like
If they go up or if they go down, we like
Like that Bad Bunny album.
like I've apologized for albums.
5. I've apologized for albums too.
Yeah, the Rosalia album, I apologize. Fucking amazing.
Actually, someone just commented on that video today and said it was 5 out of 5, and I congratulated that person for knowing what they're talking about.
Isn't it weird that at least for me, some songs or albums, they're so cool right away, and they trash. They turn into trash.
Well, they get played out.
Right? Or like, and then the other ones are like, you take some time, and then it's like an all-time.
I actually really enjoy when I don't love music off the rip, and then I listen to it a couple times after, and I'm like, wow, I missed that the first time.
Yeah.
And that's why Tony's saying we come back and apologize, because in a week, you're right. There's things you've missed. I listened to the Story album a lot of times already, though, because once I heard that first track, Sorry for What, LZ
that
Belt,
first track is a banger.
That first track, when I heard it, I was like,
banger.
whoa, bro. What does he say? He says, flexing for my ex, all these zeros look good on my checks, some shit like that. I was like, bro.
Isn't this still Stabs that make it Stallion? Like
I don't know. Tory probably gets pussy, bro. He might have a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I'm gonna just go on a limb here and say there's still some Meg Thee Stallion like.
I'm sure.
Probably.
I think Meg was probably his last ex. I don't know. I give this fucking album a 4. I wish, you know why it's not
So
a
wait,
5?
you support guys that shoot at women?
It's a good question.
No. What's happening is
That's a good question.
is that the music is so good we forgot about it.
No, it's not even that.
We ignore it.
No, you know
I'm
what
just
it is?
kidding.
You know what it is my man is still out here free, bro. I don't fucking.
Hey, you don't know he hasn't
I don't
been
convict
convicted.
no one on allegedlys, bro. I
The
don't
court of
get- you know what I
the
mean?
court of the public opinion, right?
Yeah, but even the court of public opinion, no one's talking about it anymore. Meg's in a new relationship. She's not talking about it no more. Rock Nation's not talking about it no more. He's going to court. According to him, he's facing 25 to life, right? For whatever it is that the charges. I don't even think we know what the official charge is. Like, to me, it's like, I can't not listen to the man who gave you 3 fucking albums more than every other artist just because of an allegedly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't. If he's convicted, I still
it's
listen to
different-
the album. I just won't talk
different
about it as
conversation.
much. Yeah.
Different conversation. I mean, sometimes when an artist is so good, we kind of forget about their flaws.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, everybody's flawed. That's the thing.
Yeah, but we forget about, like, especially music. People will forget that Michael Jackson allegedly, you know.
That's
Toca Niños.
wild though.
Yeah. So.
That's
So
wild.
there's some other like drama Since we're on the drama
Get
topic,
close to the mic.
there's some other drama. But what did
ahead,
you rate
bring it
the
up.
album? What did you rate?
I
the
give it
album?
a 4. I was gonna say the reason I don't give it a 5 is I don't think there's not a say it on there. There's not a fucking 5 record that's like, oh my god, that shit is so sticky, I can't get over it.
Not a
Exactly.
Yeah.
None of them do that. So to me, I would be lying to say it's a 5, bro, because not one song out there is like, oh my god, top chart. He shit on XY. Like, nah, it's just a solid fucking trap album with a lot of nostalgic Tory, which is like to me what I was looking for. You know, even from Daystar, I felt like that was short. So I give it a 4. I think you should definitely listen about it. I hyped it up on my Instagram. I think that shit is hard.
Yeah, great album. What's this beef you're talking about?
It's the Migos beef.
They're no longer. That's why it's called
Quavo Takeoff. That's it.
Quavo Takeoff.
Well, maybe now it's Mig,
Big.
because there's no O for
Well, no.
Offset.
It should have been called Amigos because A before a word takes away the word, right? So
I don't know.
no. So like menorrhea is like menstruating, right? Amenorrhea is like you're not menstruating anymore. So if an A is before a word,
Like sexual and asexual.
Exactly.
Got it.
so it should have just been Amigos.
Now they're amigos.
Yeah, now they're amigos, right? That's what I would have done. Play on words. So Quavo,
pretty good. That's pretty good.
and his cousin Takeoff made their Amigos album. What is it? Eternal Links.
Eternal Links.
Built for Eternal
Built
Links.
for Eternal Links.
Their debut album as a duo. And I'm gonna start off by saying I've actually enjoyed this more than I enjoyed the last Migos album. I might say they might be better without them.
Hot take.
In moments. I felt like with Migos albums, they sound too much. With him in the middle, it sounds too much alike because he sounds a little Quavo, a little
Takeoff.
Takeoff. He sounds a little bit like both. You take him off, now there's a big contrast between Quavo and Offset. You can tell who the difference is.
I mean, to me, it's like it's Quavo with Offset doing his ad libs. No, isn't that really what's going on now?
No,
Offset was the rapper of it.
yeah.
Quavo was the hook creator.
Takeoff, I like him. He's like, well, Moneybag Yo sounds just like him, just raps a little bit better.
Raps a little better. Yeah,
But that style is that like, he's that pure Migos style.
I agree with that.
Quavo's the more wavy one. He's the one
100%.
He has more flavor in
Yeah.
his rhymes.
Quavo's a star.
Yeah, he's the star.
Quavo.
He's the talent of the group.
I think Quavo is the face of the group.
Yeah.
For sure. Like he's what made it. He even has a distinct look that was more noticeable than
has
the
those,
other
like,
two.
those circle
the glasses,
glasses.
the hair.
Yeah.
And he just had more of a pretty boy look.
Yeah, and he sang more. He did a lot of the hooks. Where Takeoff was always in the back and left off of songs,
Yeah.
or you put him at the end.
What do
of
you
the
mean I
song.
wasn't but on Bad and Bougie?
Exactly. So, but I enjoy this. I'm still not a huge fan of the sound, but I enjoy the album.
You hate Atlanta
You
rap?
hate
Is that-
Atlanta rap? I knew that shit was gonna come out.
No, I enjoy Atlanta rap.
Okay.
I enjoy Atlanta rap.
All right. Okay.
I'm a fan of it, but sometimes it does have a repetitive sound.
Sometimes.
Fair enough.
It's an understatement of the fucking sentence. I think that's the problem with Atlanta rap. It all sounds the same. You know? Like Migos came out and had a sound, blessed by Drake. And in fact, I think, you know what? As anti-Atlanta rap as I am, I'm gonna be like Kanye right now. As anti-Atlanta rap as I am, I can't even be anti-Atlanta rap. I'm anti-Drake appropriating the Atlanta rap.
Oh.
How's that take? How you guys like that?
It's too confusing.
So wait, so that means you hate Future?
I don't hate Future, but it's like, come on.
Extreme dislike.
I don't even dislike him. I just don't think his music is that creative. Like, okay, got
What?
it. Like Gucci Flip Flop, got it. Now what? Like, can you really carry an album? Like, can we really say Future carries an album?
I love that.
Like
I love
Dirty
that.
Sprite
That
was
album
sick.
Dirty Sprite 2?
Yeah,
is
Dirty
a
Sprite
classic.
2.
No,
Of
but this
course.
last album was good too. I liked it.
Okay.
The one where he's
What do you want me to say to that?
the one where he's fake sleeping on the cover?
Fire cover though. Fire
Bro.
cover though.
It was good.
Fire
Jalal, it
fucking
was-
cover. Like Sorry for
I'll
What, which is also a
wait
fire
on
fucking
you.
cover. With the Tory Lanez' mouth and his grill and
No,
that green
not
and
like
gold.
Future, bro.
Get
iconic,
out
bro.
of here. Get out of here, bro.
Bro, look at the cover. This Future cover was
No, I get it's iconic. I get it. I agree with you. I agree
the
with you.
Thames song. I'm like,
Yes, that was Drake though. So
Hey,
I'm just saying
hey,
you're proving
we brought-
my.
hey.
I
You're
don't
just
even
proving
think that was
Don's
Drake.
point.
I think that was Thames' fucking sample.
And that sample's not even like I don't even think she didn't even sing that. That's a song
it's a
it's a
clip.
sample from something she already did.
Give the credit to the man for putting it together.
Okay, fine.
Kanye himself,
Okay,
the man who
Mario.
is known to say no lies, said that
Okay.
said that Future's his favorite artist, that he's one of the best, most influential artists of the last decade.
Okay.
I don't know about all that, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the album was good. I mean,
Okay,
I
fine, it
don't
was
expect
good.
much from Future, to be honest with you.
Fair enough too.
He was crying on his grandma's shoulders, bro. After some of those,
And that's
he's letting the tears out.
and that's why he feels empathetic to this girl because
Bro, like-
I love my grandma. What
Yes,
did he say?
bro, he
What did
said,
I respect you because I respect my grandma. He said
Because
some
I
shit
love my
like
grandma. That's why I respect your ass.
Like,
That's what he-
what?
And you're like, I relate to that one.
Yeah. Or it's like, got you, B. Same. Like, what?
Everybody thought Kendrick.
No,
everybody
whatever.
thought Kendrick let it out on his album. Future
Nah,
let it out,
Future.
brother.
Whatever, bro. I'm not saying I hate Atlanta rap. I'm just saying I think the sound is overplayed. Like, we can get into the babies
Well,
album.
I think you're right in the sense of like once Migos came out, every sound after that came
It
out
sounded like
just
Migos.
yeah, where the Atlanta music that we grew up with
T.I.,
Outkast, Ludacris,
Jeezy.
Jeezy, everyone had a much different sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
They were making. So I think Atlanta, it's fucked up because I think this is what the baby sort of fell victim
Oh,
to.
chill.
He fell
You said
victim.
you said the baby, dog.
Lil Baby.
Come on. Hey,
Sorry.
He said, "Look,
One
Oh,
of
you said
the
the.
babies.
You said
Run the
the.
tapes. Okay, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Right? They fall victim to this thing. And I get it. I think Lil Baby does it probably the best, where
Yeah.
it sounds really authentic to him. But it's like they've created this sound that sounds like them, but it doesn't let you sort of explore anything. It just has to sound like that. You know, they mumble it a little bit. You can't really hear it. They're slurring a little too hard. And then the beat sounds so fucking generic. It's like, fuck, bro, give me something else. And that's why the Migos, I would say, got the notoriety they did, is because there was three, like one of them could be like rapping and the other could be like, woo, ha, he, woo. And it's like, all right, well, fuck, at least there's the dynamic of the fucking ad-lib to the verse.
And their hooks are just superior to
yeah.
like Baby's hooks and like
Yeah, but
really
the baby,
good hooks. They
I
have
would
good
say the
hooks.
baby raps better than all three of them.
the baby or
Lil Baby, I'm sorry, I apologize.
man. One of the times you
Lil
said
Baby did not
you
kill
did say
someone at the
baby.
Walmart.
You
Sorry,
said baby that's another.
did you guys hear that? Anyway, I don't want to get that.
Luckily, it wasn't at the bowling alley.
Right.
I listened to it.
You know,
I listened to it. Yeah. What were you gonna ask me?
how'd you rate the album? Oh,
The Lil Baby album.
I mean,
What's it
Lil
called?
It was
Baby,
good.
Lil Baby, Only Me.
Only me.
It's Only Me.
There was no like standout tracks. They're all
Yeah.
pretty good. I mean, they're all like same level. There's no like
there's no
There's
drip
no-
too. There's no drip too hard on
Yeah,
that
there's no
album.
banger on the album.
yeah.
For sure.
You know, and there's a ton of tracks.
Yeah.
I had this
At
question
least
for you guys.
one out of there, you should have.
I mean, yeah, they're good, but like, I
No,
don't know.
Tony's agreeing with you, saying like you could have.
Yeah.
You should have had at least one banger in
He
there.
didn't have Drake on there.
He did not have Drake.
Well, they just had a feature on Drake's album. They just had the feature
What's
on
wants and needs or
on
whatever.
Khaled's album. I mean,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Girls Like Girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes you gotta like give people a little bit and then hold off a little, make them want some more.
I have
before you
a
bring it back out.
feeling that Baby's like, I don't want to saturate myself with Drake, because then he becomes what Future is, in my opinion, where it's like you almost can't survive without Drake.
Well, he did. He's on Kanye's album and he's on J. Cole's album.
Cool.
Yeah,
Baby.
And he was on Drake's album.
And Drake's out. So I'm saying he
No,
goes
he's-
on a lot of.
No, they fuck with him, bro. I'm not saying.
Yeah, he's the young guys next up, right? Like out of the new era of people, like him and NBA YoungBoy are like the biggest people for like the younger crowd. Not for us. Your era's a little bit older, so you like
Yeah, we're
the
done.
Drakes,
We're done. Yeah,
the
we're
J.
done.
Cole's and them. So you're not growing up on those albums anymore. But that's what the young people are growing up.
Wow,
NBA
now you're. I feel like you're shading at me a little, making me feel old. Like
NBA
now you're just trying to
Youngboy.
throw shade. That's fucked up, Tone. I didn't know you would do that to me,
Why
bro.
didn't-
Hey,
Sorry.
I know you guys
Sorry
want to
for
wrap
what?
this up. I have a couple of questions for you
We'd have to
guys.
wrap it up.
Like the
We
We'll have,
general
to wrap it up. You have a question about the album?
No, about like other related things to this.
Okay. Real quick for the album, I gave it a 2.5. I didn't.
Okay.
Which is average. Nothing about it stood out amazingly. I think the best songs you added outside of the two I added.
Yeah.
Above the Waves playlist on Spotify. Hit the link for it. It's great.
Yeah, I give it a 3. I give it a 3 because Mario likes a little bit.
I give it a 3.
Real real quick before you ask those questions. He has a song with Fridayy.
That song is sick. The sample says Lil Baby in it.
So for
That's
me,
what I showed you.
we want to start a little segment called like who we think is next up, and who I think is next up is Fridayy. Fridayy with 2 Y's. He's also does the hook on God Did. What?
God did.
Yeah.
I didn't really listen to that Khaled album.
He also did a
That's Khaled album.
God, I heard that album.
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys didn't do it, huh?
But
When we talked about it,
Okay.
I didn't go back to it.
the song with Jay-Z and them, he did the chorus on that. And then I went back and listened to all his music, and I was like, and he only has like 5-6 songs on Spotify, which are all fucking great. And he
Okay.
just put out another. He was on someone else's hook, and every time he's on a hook, he's killing it.
Okay.
So I feel like he's just.
I got to check him out.
So is this like next up, like brand new artist, or like
It could
next
just be
next,
someone
next
like-
to pop hard?
I think he's coming up.
Yeah, like low level of attention, but probably
To be safe, I'd say Tony does have some credibility when it
Oh
comes
no,
to
for sure. No,
next,
this is
next up.
Tony's highlight.
This is what Tony's best at.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I made it up, because that's where I knew I was. Just one thing I'm going to be good at. It's going to be this.
I think
Yeah,
you could
Tony-
start your
Tony-
own little segment, a next up
Yeah,
segment, and you
that's,
kill
that's
it.
a good. That's a good idea.
But I really like his voice. I think he's really good.
Yeah,
Check him out.
yeah, I gotta check him out.
So what are your questions, Sir Mario?
I was talking to Angelo earlier today, and I was telling him that I don't really enjoy when artists put too many tracks on an album. It's just so I don't personally enjoy that. And
Age-old debate right here.
So, like, we were talking about one of the best rappers of all time, The Game. And now he had like a 30-track album
Dramatic.
with like 20 features, and
20
which J. Cole J. Cole actually, this is another debate.
Yeah.
J. Cole is very good at predicting the future, very good at
Right.
like saying things that come true.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a J. Cole apologist. What can I say?
No,
I
do
can
your
bring
thing,
bring
do
the
your
guy
thing.
up when he you know.
Okay.
Every
Anyways.
breath.
Side note. But my question is, like, how do you guys feel about albums like The Baby? What does he have, like 25 tracks on here? Was it 20 tracks?
20,
Something like that.
19, 20, 21, something like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like, is it too much? Like, do you feel like they're just like, since their content isn't that great? Because realistically, you could have done a 13-track Baby album. You wouldn't have
You wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have noticed.
I think in a sense, if you cut off some of the fat, it'll make all the other songs sound better.
Tony always lives and dies by that.
So this is we're in agreement here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
Go ahead. I can go either way. I think if you're gonna give me a fucking dope 20-track album, I want more. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna give me Drake's Scorpion, like what? Like 2-sided doesn't make sense. Bad Bunny's album is double-sided. When you buy it, it's double-sided. You know, there's a side A, side B. And it's great. That one doesn't miss. You know what I mean? So like I think it's hard to draw a hard line and say like, oh, you can't do anything over 19. You know? It's just,
I'm gonna draw it.
you know who's notorious for long albums the last couple of years? Breezy himself.
yeah. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I was about to say that too when you guys were talking about the long albums.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about long albums?
I don't like them.
So you guys are
Cut
Yeah.
off the fat, right?
Yeah, I think
A lot
so.
of fillers.
I wonder if there's like I don't know, something in the contract saying like X amount of songs, so maybe they're just trying to get over. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't think. I mean, I'm sure in the contract there's a minimum.
Yeah,
like
what's
you-
the purpose of having all those songs? I don't get it.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think they like them, bro. you know?
Eminem used to have like some 18 album songs, but a lot of them were like
Interludes.
skits. I like that stuff.
I like
Skits-
that stuff too.
I like the skits, the
I like that a lot,
storytelling,
too.
the intros.
I almost always love interludes
Yeah, but like, what's
If
the
it's
point?
done
of,
right.
if it's done right. Yeah.
What's the point of like this 20? Like
I don't know.
20
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not
I
a-
couldn't tell you.
I like him. I would love to say I don't enjoy him because most of the time we don't. Because it's very hard to make.
It's
a,
hard.
A 20 plus 30 song album
good,
good.
right?
I mean, it's hard to make a 12-track album and murder it.
Yeah. So, but as the only thing I can talk about is hip hop because that's what I know the most about. Is that? But that is also like the gold standard. Pac did it. Biggie did it.
What? How many tracks?
Dropped a double disc album. All Eyes on Me, double disc. Life After Death, double disc.
But
So
is Biggie hip hop though? Is he a rapper?
We'll get there. Fucking. But after that, so Nas tried to do it, failed horribly with God's Disciple. Jay-Z tried to do it with Blueprint 2, failed horribly. So Drake tried to do it with Scorpion.
Yeah, I don't think Scorpion was good.
Yeah. Luckily, Bad Bunny did it with. Un Verano Sin Ti,
But Bad Bunny isn't hip hop.
And it's not a CD, so it's just 30 songs on a thing. It's
And
not
it's,
like
and it's reggaeton, so you could dance to all of them. So how bad could it be?
I wonder what the listening
I
experience.
wouldn't even say reggaeton.
I wonder what the listening experience would have been like if there was CDs, because
You gotta flip it.
well, no, not flipping it
Put the other one in.
because sometimes, and like Bad Bunny did it and like Drake did it with Scorpion. I think that probably messed up the listening experience. Was these albums have a different vibe from one to the other? Mm-hmm. So if you just want to vibe with the first one, you can, and it just repeats.
Right.
Whereas opposed it goes
You're
to
forced.
And the same thing with Scorpion had the different vibe on both sides, so
Yeah.
it didn't have that feeling.
That's a good point.
As opposed to, I feel like this today, I'm just gonna play this side of the album.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you
Like
can do that.
like Sweatsuit. You know that album?
No. Sweatsuit by who?
Man, one of the greatest of all time. I know some of you in the comment
Who is
section know who it is.
Sweatsuit?
You don't know who Sweatsuit
I have no
is?
clue what that is. What is it? Well, tell us who it is.
Bro, there's like, it's like, I like this certain type of music. And not even Tony can, I'm like surprised. It's Nelly.
Oh,
Sweat, and he did
that's
Suit.
what I
Mario
was thinking
fucking
about
rolled
it.
so hard for Nelly, bro.
I love Nelly, bro.
You fucking
Jeremy,
rolled
did you know
so
about
hard for
Sweatsuit?
Nelly.
No, I didn't.
Nelly
Bro,
just-
he literally was wearing two different colors.
No,
and,
Nelly
like,
is
two
hard.
different
Though. Nelly
backgrounds.
is hard, but Mario rolls so hard with this food. He's like, one time we're driving to Coachella, we're driving a car that you had us drive, and in there was only a Nelly CD. And I was like, oh, check this song out, bro. Like this, like '90s album. Nelly knows
Bro, I
every
think-
fucking lyric. It
I
was
think Country
crazy.
Grammar went, I don't know if it went diamond or, I don't know. Bro, like Nelly
Oh, it
had
was sick.
peak, bro.
It was sick.
No, it was great album. I
Yeah.
mean, the first albums are great, but I felt like he felt hard after Nellyville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I know Sweatsuit wasn't that great, but I just
Liked it.
no, I didn't
He's
even
a
like
country
it that
singer
much.
now.
He's a what?
Country singer.
Because he
Is
did
it?
some stuff with Tim McGraw. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think he dropped like a country album.
I think he did some.
Yeah, but
He's from the
Anyways,
South though, bro. So that's allowed.
Sweatsuit was like two different albums. That
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would love if the Migos dropped a South country album.
What do you think it would sound like?
The same.
With like acoustics.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right.
All right. Anything else? I had something else.
We'll go.
I had a second question I wrote down for you guys. This is me as just a casual fan. I wrote some notes.
I think we gotta have Mario on more often. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I like it.
I agree.
I do have a quick comment while you look for your question.
In the comment section.
Nori,
Drink Champs.
This
Yes.
we could probably go for it. We could probably go somewhere in here.
I love you. You produced one of my favorite podcasts, interviews, shows I've watched in the last, who knows, it's one of the best ones. I love that you took Kanye out there, that you tried to give him a platform. That was great. However, for you to say on camera, you're my brother, you have a home here. Whenever you want to speak, you can speak here. I'm not always going to agree with you, but you can have a platform here. And then take the interview down 8 hours later. Sorry, Nori, you're one of my favorite rappers growing up. I'm going to have to pass on Drink Champs for a while.
Wow.
That's my take. And I thought I was the only one, but he posted like, oh, guess who we have next to come on the pod on a tweet. And every single tweet was all the same thing. It's like, I don't agree with what Kanye said, but you were saying you were going to do this and you didn't. And then,
Oh, he's the one that took it down.
Yeah, Nori decided.
I thought it was YouTube that took it down.
No, Nori owns that. Nori owns Drink Champs.
No, but it's part of Revolt.
It's part of
Revolt.
Revolt, which Diddy owns with a partner.
And what does
That makes
Kanye
sense, though.
say?
I see
that-
what you're
that
saying.
owns by Comcast.
And what does Kanye say? He goes out and attacks Puff and Meek. He goes out and says, fuck Puff Daddy, fuck Meek Mills.
Come kill me.
Come kill me. You got 7 days to drop me dead.
I love that he said, y'all not going to cancel me. Try. And they canceled him.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was Puff that called that in and said, take that shit down. I don't know. Nori doesn't say that. Nori says that he decided to do it.
But at first he was upset about it.
Who?
They took it down.
Who was
From my
upset?
understanding, that Nori was
No.
upset about it. At first, they took it down. And then he agreed to take it down. That's what I heard.
I'm
maybe.
assuming maybe Kanye was right that there are some people there that were telling him, you have to take this down or such and such.
Dude, it's like
makes sense.
it's like YouTube's like the Joe Rogan experience. Like these shows are like, they're like TV shows now. They're the modern day TV shows. There's a
Yeah.
lot of money, a lot of sponsors making money off of this stuff.
Well, like
There's
Kanye-
a platform created.
Like
bro.
Kanye and Nori said, their show got more views than NFL football that day. right?
Yeah.
Of course. So there's a lot of people that are making money, and there's a lot of people that are affected by the outcome or whatever happens on that show. So even if Nori, pleaded or did his best to keep that up there, that what he was saying
he's
was
not the hear all say all.
exactly.
There's more
no way
people above him.
Yeah,
exactly.
there's no way they're gonna keep that up. So why fight it? Why look divided amongst the public when you're like, oh, there's people above who did this.
We can't shit on people who pay.
No, and then plus the right thing is to probably take it down. The right thing is to probably take it down because a lot of people were affected and hurt by it. Essentially.
I think the complicated part is like, fuck. I get it, like giving him a platform. I understand it, but like, is what he's saying like coherent, or is I almost feel bad for anybody that platforms Kanye, because I almost feel like you're just doing it to see him go on there and say outrageous shit, self-destruct, and say, I don't really care what happens to Kanye. I just want to keep profiting off of it.
I mean, he
want
could come
my
on our
views.
show, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Would you guys mind?
I'll give him a platform. We'll go on
Yeah.
Rumble. Or supposedly
On
he's
Parler.
buying Parler. So
Which is hilarious because Candace Owens' husband is the CEO of Parler. So isn't it hilarious that he's going to start tweeting about Parler? Some white guy. Yeah. So to have that. So of course Kanye's going to, after doing this thing with Candace Owens, going to talk about Parler because now people are going to go to Parler because Kanye's talking about Parler. And so it's all a business, bro. They're all making money off Kanye's demise. That's what it looks like to me.
He's really out of touch because that George and any normal person, I don't know I didn't hear about the anti-Semitic things he said, so I can't speak on that. But the George Floyd stuff he was just saying, I don't know why he would say that.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think he would say it,
You know where he got it off of a documentary
from the documentary
that Candace Owens made.
but like just like logically, business wise speaking, troll wise, whatever your goal is, like sell more albums, whatever it is. Everyone knows, like it's almost like a fact now. Nobody even ever will bring up the George Floyd thing. That was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like what he's
It's
trying
almost
to
like
say.
saying Sandy Hook.
What he's
Hook
trying to
was a
say
setup.
is
Exactly.
is that like that the narrative has been controlled, and I'm here to disrupt the narrative, and then so that's what he's saying. A bunch of things that are trying to disrupt the narrative. Now I don't know if he means anything he says or if he's just saying things. Another thing is I don't know who's in his shoulder telling him little secrets of what to say. I don't know who his circle is right now. I don't know if he's had a great circle in a long time.
He shouldn't need a circle, man.
No,
he's
you
a
have to
grown,
surround-
he's a 48-year-old man.
You surround
45-year-old
yourself
man.
by people even if you're at home, you have your wife, you have your kids. He doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a kids, right? You can't. A person can't be alone in this world. He needs to be, and the person people that he surrounds himself with, that he's with, or that he's working with, whether it's designing or something, they all have to be of some sound mind to speak to him. I'm assuming that there are some people behind closed doors that we don't even know about that are speaking to him and telling him these things that he seems to be easily influenced by, and just goes out like a parrot and repeating them out into the public. And they're very disruptive. They're going to hurt a lot of people. So I'm not sure about that. However, when you take them in snippets, they're not as good. When you take them in long form, he does sound a little more coherent. I don't agree with him, but at least you're allowing someone to speak. I don't know. Like
yeah, but should you really allow? Like, is that real? God, that's the problem with freedom of speech. Like, can we agree that the man is having a breakdown, like a mental breakdown?
He's not right. He's broken down.
He's saying weird, like really weird stuff, dog. Like,
I didn't see the interview, so I have to.
I'll send it to you.
It's still up somewhere. Obviously,
Oh yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
But let's be fair. Let's look at Drink Champs interview 1, right? We all saw it, right? He going after Big Sean, saying crazy things.
yeah,
That's right.
That's his thing.
He goes on to run for president, said crazy things. He went on Tucker, said crazy things. He's always saying crazy things.
But he's always said crazy things.
right. But now this level, even the Genius documentary, his boy, Cuddy, what's his name? Cootie.
Well, he talks
Cootie.
about it in
in the documentary.
No, he talks about that on Drinks Champs. He's like, yeah, like I put my stamp of approval on it, but then they went and gave him more money for him to shit on me because this is my friend. Like I thought you were my homie. I gave you.
I mean, how do I know that's true?
No, I don't trust Kanye.
Now again, we don't know what's true.
I just can't trust anything
Dude,
he says.
Cootie literally, bro, like you watch, he's like, I'm gonna follow this guy Kanye around for years, bro.
The
Like,
disappointment when he can't remember his name is
bro,
so
like,
fucking sad.
like
bro.
you know, and look at his life and look at Kanye's life, man. Kanye's lost, bro. I told Angelo, there's 3 things wrong with Kanye. One of 3 things
Let's
is going
hear
on.
it, bro.
Number 1, My man is using drugs, legitimately using drugs, because I know people on drugs and they say crazy things and you're trying to make sense of it, but you can't. So he's either on drugs or some type of, drugs. Number 2, he's used drugs or he's had some type of psychosis, some type of psychological thing happen to him. Right?
Yeah.
That's that he can't come back from, mental health disorder, which is, I still kind of believe that. It's like, could still be both, right? And number 3, he has some black magic spiritual shit going on with him, like some cursed thing that we can't see. It's not like logical. That's going on with him. Well, it's one of those 3 things.
The thing about geniuses is there's always something a little wrong with them, right? It's only like it's borderline between genius and crazy, and a lot of geniuses go crazy late in life, so that's not uncommon either. So
yeah, but I think the genius thing is complicated to say that, because it's like, okay, you're a genius at producing music, great, doesn't make you a genius thought leader. It doesn't mean that every idea that comes to your mind is like, oh, it has to be great because you produce great music. Like there's no correlation between that.
No, I agree. Just because you're great at one thing doesn't mean you're great.
Nah, I think what happened is Kanye has fucking millions of followers on Instagram, right? His platform is huge, right?
He's not on Instagram. He's canceled.
I asked Mario this thing too, like, what do you guys? I guess it's a question for everybody. What do you guys think the psychological effect of having all of this microphone that no one's ever had, bro? It's a microphone bigger than anyone's ever had. Like, that gets to you too, dog. That kind of gets in your head where like, well, I have 100 million followers. Like, that must mean they agree with me, you know? But no, a lot of people follow just to see you fall apart. That's what people want to see. They want to see you rise and fall.
We like the train wreck.
We love to see you be a train wreck. So, but I think he thinks his microphone is so fucking big that he's like, everything I'm saying, they must be agreeing it, you know? And so like, okay, well, how do I elevate it now? How do I take them up to another notch on the roller coaster?
Well, we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Mario, for being with us today.
Of course.
Special holds up to you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Cheers.
And like, subscribe, follow.